So, the certified health nut, and I'm here with my man Troy. Just check out his YouTube channel here on the screen right now, but earlier we were talking about all these kind of foods you can put in your body for health, and I talk a lot about that on my channel. So I do
Superfoods.
Superfoods. What do you think, like, if you gave somebody 5 different superfoods to do right now, what would you say?
Greens. So my understanding, I've been studying this for years and I've been putting them in my body for years. Greens regenerate stem cells and reds reconfigure damaged DNA. So wherever you're getting your reds from, you can get, dragon's blood I worked with in the Amazon, you've got the tart cherry, you've got acai, anything that's purple or red, berry, that has the ability to repair damaged DNA. Now that's Gary Null's research when he researched all the red wine hype about 20 years ago. And then greens are like hemoglobin or liquid sunshine, if you will.
Like the chlorophyll is like the same structure as the hemoglobin, right?
Yes, correct. And so if you're putting a lot of greens in your body, then it has the ability to build your cells, which build your organs and your eyeballs and your spinal cord.
What is dragon's blood?
Dragon's blood is Sangre de Drago. The Latin name is Croton lecheri. It is 90% proanthocyanidins. It is a tree sap, very similar to a maple syrup. So when you do a machete cut in it, it oozes out.
This is in the Amazon?
Yes. Yes, I worked in the Amazon for 8 years with plant medicine.
Okay.
And dragon's blood is world renowned. The Indians use it. You'll drink maybe an ounce or two and it'll make you puke. So it'll clean out your whole stomach tract. It's an astringent, so it's very unhospitable for parasites and any other kind of microbes in your gut. If you're taking it on a daily basis, it's very similar to a grapefruit seed extract, and it's the most powerful antioxidant on the planet. It's 90% proanthocyanin.
What's the tree? What's the tree that the sap comes out of? Is it called the dragon's blood tree, or
the Croton lecheri tree? And
Croton lecheri. Wow.
Dragon's blood, Sangre de Drago.
Can I plant one of those in my backyard?
I'd like to see you pull that off, Jake.
And then you were saying about talking about GMOs and. What's your opinion about like the soy and the corn that's in different products?
Well,
you're saying the chances are it's GMO.
Well,
and what does that mean? Somebody doesn't even know what GMO is. Like, why is it bad for us to consume that?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So, okay, GMOs are genetically modified organisms. So they go in and they change the genetic structure of corn, canola, cotton. These are the top.
And they're already doing this, alfalfa, whatever.
Oh, this has been going on since about 1997, I do believe. And they just, Obama brought on Tom Vilsack, who approved alfalfa. Now, alfalfa, the reason this is a big deal, because this is the engine for food production on the planet, because the cows eat that, and then people drink the milk from the cows. And so that's why genetically modifying alfalfa was a big deal. Here's the thing, there's been no long-term studies, and the only studies that have been done by the biotech companies. So that's what's called research bias.
Preaching to the choir.
Right.
In the negative way.
Right, and they're not going to say it's bad for you. These are profiting companies that want to make their bottom line increase. Monsanto was a chemical company that started out in 1901. In 1960s, they created Agent Orange, which was an herbicide that was sprayed over the Vietnam jungles. Why? Because the Vietnamese fought the same war we did in the American Revolution. You shoot and then you hide in the woods. And so to fight that warfare in Vietnam, and we were losing, so we would just burn down the jungle to look for these people. And that same herbicide, so you got to remember, war profiteers are big time, companies, and they dominate. And when the war is over, just like in 1945, when the war was over, we used to make bombs with NPK, which is fertilizer. Remember the Oklahoma City bomber? What was in the truck? Fertilizer. So they made those same materials, and we've been putting that into the soil since 1947. So those are 3 known chemicals on the chemical chart, but the fact of the matter is it throws the soil into imbalance. It's basically like salting the earth. After the Vietnam War, what are we going to do? Now this company's profiting off of Agent Orange and all these new chemical compounds that they created. Well, they decided, hey, if this is an herbicide, let's make herbicide-resistant crops so we can spray the snot out of them, kill all the pesticides and herbs that will mess with the plants. So genetically engineered foods, the biggest deal is not so much what the GMOs are doing. I think that's a big deal. But they just make it so you can spray more herbicides on there. So you're eating more herbicides, you're drinking more herbicides because these companies are allowed to do this. Corn, canola, soy, and cotton are the top crops that are GMO. So if you're eating anything that has those and they're not organic, including vitamin C derived from corn, most of the vitamin C out there on the market is derived from corn, ascorbic acid. If it's not organic or derived from a legitimate source, 9 times out of 10, you're eating GMOs.
So one thing I'm really into is, well, 2 things I'm into. I know you're into wheatgrass and fasting.
Yes.
So what I mean, you said you did a 17-day fast. When you do a 17-day fast, what are you doing during that fast? Like, what are you actually putting in your body? Are you drinking water? What are you doing?
That particular fast, I was preparing myself to go drink ayahuasca in the Amazon, and so I wanted
to drink what?
Ayahuasca.
What is that?
It's the world's most powerful herbal medicine.
Ayahuasca?
I have a video called The Best Ayahuasca Explanation. One of my friends who's a gringo shaman in the Amazon for 30 years.
It's on your channel?
He explains everything.
I'll go find it. I'll put it right here.
Yeah, it's the world's most powerful herbal medicine. It penetrates the liver, the gallbladder, the intestines. There can be a purging effect, but more importantly, it goes into the nervous system like a system defrag. It takes out the file and says, look at this. The rape or the incest that you dealt with in your past, are you going to look at this? Because it's taking energy in your energy field. So look at it, heal it, forgive it, whatever you want to do with it. So that's where the psychedelic
So you were doing the long fast to prepare for that.
To go deeper. To go deeper into my own DNA, my own cells, my own... So that I prepped that and I did 17 days on juice, fresh squeezed, organic, vegetable juices, mainly greens.
Probably juicing it yourself at your home or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I recommend the 10-day cleanse that I work with.
Where can somebody get information about that?
They can go on CertifiedHealthNut.com. There's banners on that, or they can CertifiedHealthNut.com. You can contact me on Facebook, on my YouTube channel, and give you more information on that. I've made a couple of videos on the 10-day cleanse as well. And so, so you can try that. You can also try intermittent fasting. Meaning, that? So you go to sleep, maybe you have dinner, and then the next day you wake up and you go for as long as you can without eating. And so you can drink water and maybe even a fresh squeezed juice or some wheatgrass and allow the body to just relax and cleanse and detoxify itself.
Some coconut water or something.
Great, coconut water is awesome.
With some wheatgrass in it.
Yeah, there you go. Fasting just reboots. It basically, when we used to miss the hunting and gathering, it's like your mind gets really clear on like, where is my next meal coming from? It's survival, it's primal activation at its best.
Yeah.
And so...
Now we go to Taco Bell.
We miss a meal, it's like, oh my God!
Exactly. But that's good. I mean, like, you get so much focus and clarity of what the next move in life would be. Mentally, physically, whatever.
Yes.
Dude, so much information. You've blown the minds of everybody watching this video.
And this guy's so cool, man. I see him on the internet. I put up a couple basic Tai Chi moves myself, and then I saw you on the internet. And I was like, God, this guy's cool, man. Let me call him. That's why I love YouTube.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure.
People are accessible. And so, and if they've got a good game, there's a resonance.
Well, thanks for having me over and all the information.
You're the best, man.
I'm already feeling good from your juice. You gave me like this wheatgrass juice that was grown in like a lava soil in Utah.
Volcanic ash beds.
Volcanic ash beds, dude.
Organic. Heirloom seeds from the Egyptian tombs.
Where can people get this? Where can they get this wheatgrass?
My website as well. And so just go to CertifiedHealthNut.com or watch any of my videos. It has the link in the description box. This is it. This is it, guys. We're waking up, and it's people like Jake that are changing the world and making the world a better place. And we're going to make it, humanity. We're going to make it, for sure. Trust me on that. I've seen the vision. We make it.
Awesome.